Now, Matt, you were visiting the tribute to Claire last night, visiting, giving flowers. But let's talk about the event itself. You wrote in your blog post that your entire life had changed in the course of 30 seconds. Tell me about that 30 seconds and the note that you wrote on your hand. What did it say?
Yeah, of course. Well, it's just so crazy that in that 30 seconds, really, it was just a normal day when it all started. The first loud bang we heard from the hallway, we didn't really quite know what it was. We all just kind of looked outside the door, and we were just wondering if someone dropped something really heavy in the hallway, or really, it was just a really loud sound, a big bang. So I didn't think too much of it at that point until a few seconds later. I heard two more shots, and that's when everybody knew what was going on. I remember I looked at my teacher's face, and it just became completely pale. And really, all that we did is we just rushed to the corner of the classroom, away from the doors and the window. So we just really tried to climb to safety as fast as we could. I know I was climbing over desks to get to the corner, and really, it's just I didn't know what was going on. It was really an instinct I kind of had just to get myself to safety. And really at the end of that 30 seconds, I was thinking, this is really happening. Like, this isn't a joke, especially when they said this is an immediate lockdown over the intercom. So really what I was thinking is, what's going on? What's going to happen to me? And I've never had such a frightening experience in my life like that before. So it just really kind of changed. It really changed how I looked at my life, and just my whole perspective on what life is. And I don't know, it was just...
And
yeah.
Matt, one of the most moving things in the blog post you wrote was later, when you're at a safe location, the local church, you look down at your hand and you realized you had written a note to your family. Do you remember what it said?
Right. Yeah. Oh, vividly, I remember. It said, "Family, I love you all so much," and I underlined this so much because I really meant it. And then under that I wrote, "I'm up here now," and I drew a little cross because I'm a Christian, and that's where I really genuinely thought I was headed if Carl happened to stumble into our classroom and actually ended for all of us, really.
You thought that, it's just so chilling to even think about that you're writing a note on your body for your parents to read if you're killed. It's so horrific. Do you remember writing it?
Honestly, I vaguely remember it. I just remember that moment I was praying, and I felt around my pockets to see what I was carrying, and I found that I was carrying a pen with me, a ballpoint pen, and that morning I didn't really tell my family I loved them or anything like that. So I wrote "I love you" on my hand just so that they knew I was thinking about them and I was praying for them. And actually, ever since the shooting, I've been carrying the pen in my pocket the whole time. This is the one I used to write the note on my hand.
Well, Matt, we're so glad that you, later that day, were able to tell your parents you love them in person. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.